Hello, and welcome to Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber, and I play games so that you can decide through my gameplay if you'd like to play them as well. Let's play Bento Blocks. I like to call this Tetris in a lunchbox. If you've never heard of a bento box before, it's a Japanese lunchbox, essentially. It's also used in some other Asian countries and communities or something similar to it. And they're not just lunch boxes. They are not peanut butter and jelly and a pack of chips. They can be works of art. They're amazing. Look them up. So we have pick up with the left mouse button. Cut when we get to it is on the right mouse button. And you just go from level to level. Now, some of these, like these right here, are pretty simple. I am not, sensitivity is a little if it continues, the sensitivity, if it continues to bother me, I may go in and switch it. But these first ones are relatively simple. They do get pretty complicated, even just in level 2. And I'll show you. This is a demo. It is free currently. The different levels, I believe these are just the levels that are available in the demo. So that's quite a bit of playtime just in the demo. I remember reading that there are going to be more than 100 different puzzles. And there are 10 here, right? 8, 10, 12 here. Times 7 is 84. Yes. So maybe this is the whole game and we only can go to a certain level. I know level 2, it says we have to have 11 more stars in order to unlock. These don't have any dashes, and it might be that we don't have any on 2, so it's not telling us. Let's find out. All right, I'm going to skip a little bit. So this one has cutting. We're allowed 2 cuts, and we have to put it in 4 spots. Now, each of these blocks is actually a count, so I need 4 blocks that are too high. I can cut twice, so I couldn't just go cut here, 1, cut here is 2. So this is what we do in this case. We're going to take the bar, the cutter, right click to cut, and then if we move this cutter is long enough for us to cut both at the same time. These stars are, let's see how long this one is. I'm allowed 2 cuts, so I need to cut this one off to be able to put it in the bottom. And I need to cut both of those to be able to put these here. Now, do we have enough stars to move on to level 2? Okay, so this must be levels, not just stars. Yeah, so that must be what it is. So we just completed that one. I get 1 cut for this. Oh boy. I get 1 cut for this. Huh. Now, one of the things, you cannot turn the rice, and you can't turn the bar, and you can't turn the lunchbox. So it has to fit in here like that. I have 1 cut. And it's a horizontal cut. Wow. if I were to, you can't place it where it would overlap something. You see it automatically threw it out. If I were to cut the top of that off, if I were to cut the top of both of those off, that doesn't really work, does it? Well, let's see. If I were to cut the top of this off, that goes there, that goes there. I guess it does work. I'm not terribly visually artistic. 2 cuts on this one. 1, 2, 3. So this can sometimes be a challenge for me. And when we get to level 2, you'll see what I mean. 2 cuts. Okay. We've played games. It's the spatial thing that is an issue for me. We've played games where your token has to move a certain way. And I have to stand up and pretend I'm the token on the board in order to actually figure out where I'm going to be going. It's a board/card game, and I can't think of the name of it. Robo Rally, maybe. All right. All right, now we should have enough, right? Yes. Okay. So here we go with the artistic part of this. I have 1 cut, and I have to get the little shrimp into that corner. This one is pretty simple. But I've gotten stuck on this level. So some of these are going to be something I either couldn't complete, didn't complete, or can't complete. If I cut that there, if I cut that at the bottom of this, then I need 1, 2, 3 there. But I can only cut one, two, three. So it's got to be here and here, correct? Okay, so I cut it too long. So then you reset. If I were to cut this again to make that fit, I lost a star. See? No, so that doesn't really matter to me. So we can just go on. I don't know if there's special levels that come from doing it without messing up stars. I don't know. All right, we have to put this. We have to get a space that the little shrimp can go in the middle. So we need him to be there. And I'm allowed 2 cuts. Now, on the surface of this, it looks almost impossible. But while I was trying to figure this one out, somebody else was watching the demo on the store site. You know, it's just that little video. They show you how gameplay is supposed to work. And if I were to cut right now, that is 1 cut. So then I move this to here. I can cut out that center and then just fill in the spaces. Whoops. Yeah, I was a little stuck on that. How do you do that with only one cut? Thinking that you could only place this, or yeah, 1, 2 cuts, however many it was. This one's a good example. How do I get all the shrimp to the outside in only one cut? Because if I go here, the shrimp are on the top. And then, so it looks like I have to, if I cut there and there, that's, oh, well, hang on. Reset. If I cross these and I cut, and again, but I'd have to do it, oops, up here as well. But then I still have 4 that are that way. So that means I have to cut here as, oh, of course, reset. I was just trying to get shrimp in a row. But then I have to, if I get these 4 shrimp in a row for the top and the bottom, then I have to get these up and down. But I don't. I have to get the blanks into the center. And how to do that with just one cut, I get it now. I don't need them in a row. I need them on the corners. Oh, wow. Okay, one cut. Yikes. All right, so that will fit in there. But I have to get rid of this corner. So that has to come off. Or I can do this way. And cut this whole section out in the little shrimp. I hope. Yeah, that works. Oh. Oh, that's yucky. 2 cuts. If I were to cut there, that puts this shrimp in. Wait, why do I have 2 shrimp, but 3 shrimp here? That fits. But I have to get rid of the 2 right corners and 2 boxes on the left corner. It doesn't let me take the whole. Huh. If I were to cut out just, oops, just that corner. Then that fits in there, but I still have to take out the upper left corner and the bottom right corner, and I can't do that with a single cut. If I cut there. Okay, instead, what if that's actually there? If that's there, then I cut the whole top of this off. And 2 squares. I'm going to try this. Nope, that doesn't work because, well, let's see what happens if I cut this space out. Oh, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Oops, let's try that again. I'm cutting if this goes there, I need that whole space. I need that whole space. Except the top level. So that needs to be cut out, but so does this. No, not on here. I need that cut. I'm going to and then that cut, that's right. Okay. See, challenge for me. Maybe this is the kind of game that you are really, what the heck? With one cut? How am I going to do that? I only need 2 of the rice boxes. Oh, no, it can't be that simple. Can it? But I only get one cut. Oh, I know why. Okay, so look at this. One cut. I need a square 2 by 2. But see, on the last one, when I drug this over there, I couldn't lay it on the lunchbox. So they're letting us this time hang it off the side of the lunchbox. There's no bar there. Oh, that's just cheating. Here's another one. There's no bar. So 2 cuts. Oh, but how? So I'm hanging that there. Actually, if I were to cut here, then that one fits there. I just need to cut out a space for this guy. In the center. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Let me think about this one. Okay, so this one does work, actually. I actually just need, if I'm hanging off the side, I just needed a box for underneath him. This is just weird. Oh, okay. 2 cuts. Again, we're able to do this hanging off the side, but I only have 1 bar this time. Oops. All right, if I take this little guy and put him there, if I put him there, then I need something underneath him. Or I need 4. I would need this whole section. But I would actually need this whole section. Cut this one out and that one out. Or I need this piece. I can't cut across. So it has to be a situation where I can dangle somebody off the edge with 2 cuts. If I cut oh boy. So I'm going to do some two cuts. I'm going to do some cutting and reset. But see, these vertical cuts just, if that one goes there, but how do I get this with vertical cuts? So wow, they're just challenging my brain. Oops. If I put him there, I don't think this can be done in 2 cuts. I can't do it in 3 either. Unless... There we go. Yep, sometimes you just got to move stuff around. 2 cuts. And the little shrimp guy's got to be in the corner, but there's no barrier. Okay. So what I need is to cut out a hole in the center, which I can't do in 2 cuts, can I? I can do that in 2 cuts, but I also need to get one of these little shrimp guys. Actually need to. Okay, so if that's the entire box, right? Yes, the center is the entire box. That would be 2 cuts, but that doesn't get me the rest of my... So if I cut the center out this way, I could no, because I'd have to cut off all of those. That would be 2 cuts. If I dropped him down here, can't because the board's in the way. All right, my thinking is if I cut all the way to the center, then I can move either this little guy up or this little guy down so that they're in the center, depending on where I place this, right? There. Not that one, this one. It's there. It's here and here. I move all of that. Oh no, yeah, because I can hang it off the top. Yeah, see? It's a challenge to me. Oh, we did the whole level. Okay, so do we get 3? We do not get level 3. So I've only got a couple more on level 1 to actually do. So let's go ahead and finish those. They're a little more up my alley here. Easy, simple, put them together real quick. So that is, that's Bento Blocks. Puzzle game, Tetris in a lunchbox without the timing. That was always my challenge on Tetris. Ooh, I want to play some more. I want to play some more, even though that was a little frustrating for me. Is this your type of game? I hope you understand the game and have enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit like. If you'd like to get notifications about other videos that I post, hit subscribe and set yourself up to get those. This is Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber, and I hope to see you in the next game.